we had, there were, I want to say, 60% of the responders noted that once they hit the page and read everything, that the next step they would take would be to download that guide before they even filled out the form.
That's a great point.
Right.
The challenge here
Yes.
was once they clicked on the guide, and this is where ongoing website secret shopping studies can continuously provide clarity into the small little gaps, into the blind spots that we can't see. I mean, even one of the other blind spots that we surfaced through this experience was when someone clicked the contact page or the contact CTA, call to action. It went to a 404 page. And I remember how uncomfortable delivering that news was. I said, listen, this is as worse as it can get. There's nowhere to go from here but to go up, because someone, and most likely multiple people, reviewed that page, but they missed that one key element, which is one of the most important key elements in the buying journey. Is we know that connecting a human being with another human being and the speed of follow-up there. But when someone clicks the contact and they go to the 404 page, that is the result, or that leads to the result of losing millions in loans and deposits. Coming back to the buying guide, when someone clicked the buying guide, the expectation was, I'm going to get a guide that helps me buy my home. That expectation was not met. That expectation was not realized. And in fact, because that expectation was not met and realized, we heard it from the secret shopping testers. Confusion really began to increase at that point.
Yeah, because that mortgage buying guide actually, and I believe, I don't know if they said this was a mistake or if it was just like a temporary link until they filled in the guide, like they added the PDF there to download, but the download the guide took them to a resource page, and that resource page was on the corporate website. And we got a majority of users when they hit that resource page, their responses were, this is overwhelming. This is too much. I mean, it was a ton of content, a ton of resources, but it was not helpful for them. They didn't know where to start. You've got your decision paralysis. It wasn't organized in a way or specially curated. And so that the whole point of having that, secondary call to action, that consideration stage, fell flat, because now they're just more confused and they're not going to take any action. But the good news here is that they did have a mortgage buying guide. In fact, they pulled it up and showed it to us as we're delivering, and it was beautiful. It was fantastic.
Well, not only that, they had the asset, they had the resource, but then more importantly, with this resource center, they had an abundance of resources to support the home buying journey, that whenever someone would download this buying guide, they could then nurture and repurpose all of the content that had been created to nurture them through that buying journey. Because once again, we know the human behavior. 60% of people responded that they would download the guide before they filled out the contact form. And we have that information to nurture them over the course of a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months even, because we know the length of the home buying journey, and continuously coming back into the inbox to help first and sell second. You're placing micro deposits into the trust funds of people that sits between their ears. It's the mind, and it's the power of giving and helping. But I often see there's an internal perception, particularly at a leadership level. And we see this when we facilitate team alignment workshops and digital growth blueprints. And we ask the question, why should someone apply and open an account with your organization? And they think it's because, well, we have this great service. Everyone's saying that. We have the data. And you know that. If you're watching or listening, it's not news to you. What I'm encouraging, particularly,
ironic.
What I'm encouraging, particularly leadership teams, is to transform their perspective, to transform their belief that the reason someone should open an account or apply for a loan at your financial brand is because you're the expert.